Hi, welcome everyone. So I'm Charlie. I'm the General Manager of loadin.com. Thank you so much for having me here today, Independent Venue Week. So the reason why I'm here today is because IVW has adopted our platform in order to streamline the registration and communication process for Independent Venue Week in 2021. So we've been working really closely with Sybil, Charlie and Chloe to build this really user-friendly platform, which is going to act as a centralised communication tool for all the venues and for Independent Venue Week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of live demos today. But before we get started, I just want to give you a little bit of background on who we are. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to be going back and forth between my share screen a few times, so just bear with me. Okay. Okay, so just a bit on who we are and where we're from. We come from a background of production management, event management, and tour management. So we're very much born out of the live music industry. Our platform was originally developed to manage festivals, to manage artists, for festivals. And over time, we've really developed our platform to manage all different types of festivals. For example, Independent Venue Week are managing venues instead of artists. We've also managed to make our platform adaptable to manage many facets of a festival, such as event management, production management, back of house management. And we have also adapted our platform for venues so that venues can manage artists as well. So we really are a kind of multifaceted communication tool servicing the live music industry. And in case anyone is wondering, we are based in Melbourne, Australia, but Alan, our co-founder, who is on here as well and available to answer any tech questions if we have any, is actually from Colchester originally. So our role in powering Independent Venue Week 2021. So all of the information that IVW has for you is going to be found on loadin.com. And as a venue, all of the forms, all of the ticketing information, your venue information is going to be uploaded to loadin.com. So we really are providing a one-stop shop for everyone involved. So this is what I'm going to cover in today's session. The first 3 points are going to be a live demo of our platform, and then we're going to flip it around and I'm going to show you how you can use our platform to manage your artists. So I imagine there may be some questions on like how to do certain things in the platform as I'm navigating around. If you have any questions at all, please do enter them into the chat. And Alan can answer any super tech related questions. Otherwise, I can answer all the questions at the end of the session. Okay, so to get started, the first thing you're going to receive from us is the registration email. And that is going to be coming from support@loadin.com. So just make sure you recognize that when it comes in through your inbox. Now, there are 230 venues, I believe Chloe was saying, that are going to be sent out this email. So if you don't receive your email today, just look out for it over the next couple of days, but it will come to you. I believe Chloe was saying if you have not ever signed up with Independent Venue Week before, just get in touch with the guys and they'll then shoot you through the registration details. So your email is going to look like this. And as you can see here, there's a big red button saying register with loadin.com now. That is unique to your registration. So just make sure you click on that and it'll take you through to this next page. So here's the registration page. As you can see, it's super simple and very quick. It will take you a whole of maybe 1 minute to complete. Then you just want to click down here and click confirm that you're part of Independent Venue Week. And if you guys have any queries on our privacy policy or terms and conditions, you can find that information here. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen now so I can move on to the live demo. So just bear with me. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so when you click registration, when you click the register button, you're going to be taken into your own portal of the Independent Venue Week site. So as you can see here, we've just got Charlie's Bar, which is a bar that we named my fantasy bar. Not very imaginative, I know. But as you can see here on your home screen, you've got 2 areas of attention. So just refer to that for a quick glance. And down here, you'll be able to see all the different things that the guys have uploaded for you. So you can see what it is and how long ago they uploaded it. If you're all up to date with everything, you would just probably want to look at the most recent thing uploaded. Now, there is one thing that is super important that you need to do first and foremost, and that is to read the code of conduct. So if you go down here to IVW documents, that's where you're going to find it. And you're going to click on that. And as you can see here, it's the first form, just called Code of Conduct. And just make sure you have a really good read of that. It's got a lot of good information about what's required of you and just, the terms of the festival. So just make sure you get familiar with that. And once you have read that, then you can move on to your forms. So I'm just going to jump from here, documents, up to here, forms. So as you can see here, these are the forms to complete. Now you've got your ticket links, you've got your crew order forms, an evaluation form that you'll need to fill out at the very end. And if you were a part of Independent Venue Week last year, you're going to see completed forms and a venue sign-up form. This is the information that the guys received from you last year, and we've actually extracted it into this platform so you don't need to fill it out all over again. So it's already going to sit here waiting for you. And the only thing that we need you to do is just check it and update it with any new or relevant information. So if you just click update, and that's going to load, there you go. So your information will be pre-filled. You don't have to fill it in all again. Just make sure it's correct. All the phone numbers, email addresses, that kind of thing. And down the bottom, there's a couple of new questions. So just make sure you have a read of those and answer them. And then down the very bottom is, I can confirm that I have read the code of conduct, and you're agreeing to that. So you would need to click that once you've read the code of conduct, and then save and exit out of this form. Okay, so once you've done that, that's your first and your second step done out of the way. Then you've got your ticket links and lineups. So what these forms are is for if you have a gig on any of these days, you need to provide Independent Venue Week with that information. So if you don't have a show on Monday, 25th, for example, you don't need to do anything. So you just leave that form and you don't need to touch it. If you do have a gig on, say, Tuesday, the 26th, just click complete this form. And this is where you can enter in all the information about that show. So it is important that you fill this out with as much detail as you can. The more information you provide, the better and easier it will be for Independent Venue Week to promote that show to, the press, radio, media, all that kind of stuff. The more they can promote your show, hopefully the more tickets it will sell for you. So it's really going to work in your favor to get those forms to them. Okay, so once you've completed the forms that are relevant to you, then you can move over to venue documents here, just on the left. And if you scroll down, this is the information that Independent Venue Week needs. So there's just 4 things: the rate card, venue tech spec, advanced details, and posters and artwork for any IVW related shows. Now, if you need further explanation of what those documents actually are, just have a read there. But to upload that information, I'll just show you how quick and easy it is. If you just click down here, add a new document. Now, you might have a PDF file with multiple points of information. So it might hold your rate card and your venue tech spec information. Just click both of those, then click next, manually choose a file and upload whatever file it is. There you go, it's in, very quick. Now, as you can see, it's disappeared out of here and it's going to show up down here. If you ever need to update that document because maybe your rate card has changed or anything like that, you can just click update and update the newer version of the document. So that's really all that's required of you from this site. Once you've done your forms, documents, read the code of conduct, then you can just move through and see what Independent Venue Week has provided for you. So if you click over here, IVW information, here is a wealth of information that they probably would have previously put perhaps on their website or sent you in an email. It's all just going to live on here now. And I imagine this will be updated closer to the date with more information. Here are some key dates, which, it's saying TBC now, but of course will be updated closer to the date. And depending on which region you're in, you will have specific information for your region. So Charlie's Bar, I've just popped in Yorkshire. And if you click on that, there will be the relevant information for Yorkshire, for your region only. Moving down to IVW documents. So we were back here before, and as you can see, here is the code of conduct. And also here's another document for you, which is logos and assets. So there's a link in that document, and that will provide you with a whole bunch of files and pictures and logos that you can use for your marketing and social media. IVW contacts. Simple stuff, just Chloe, Charlie, and Oscar's information. And if you have a regional specific contact, you'll find them up here. And very last is the venue user management. So this is going to be really handy to know. So you may be the only contact that Independent Venue Week has. So they would have invited you to this platform. However, you might have an assistant manager, a bar manager, a business partner that you also want to have access to this because you want them to be able to fill up those forms or those documents or see the information. So if you want to invite them in, you can just do that yourself. So you just click invite a contact, and it's as simple as entering their first name, their last name, and their email, and then you just click invite. And that person will then receive a registration email exactly how you received at the start. They'll just have to fill out a very quick registration form, and then they'll have access to this site along with you. So this is your portal in a nutshell. If you ever get stuck on anything, there is a help me with this at the top of every page, and that has step-by-step instructions for you. But if you ever get stuck on anything, if you're having problems with anything at all, just email us at support@loadin.com, and we'll be there to answer anything you have. No question too big or too small. So that is that portal, and I know that there may be some questions about how to do some things, but I will get to them at the end. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to switch over to the other side of our platform. So, as I was saying earlier, we have adapted our platform so that venues can use this to manage their artists coming through. So this is just a dummy site that I've done up for this presentation. So, we've got Charlie's Bar here, and you would have your own logo and your own banner up here. So it would kind of be your branded site. Now, what your homepage is going to show is it's kind of like a Facebook news feed. And it's going to give you at a glance updates of all the things that your artists have sent into you that are going to be playing at your venue. So, as you can see here, James Frank, an artist, has uploaded a document, which is the tech writer, and you can see that it was 1 day ago. So this is really just an updates kind of page. Now, I'm not going to run through everything here on this page because this system can do a lot of things. I just want to show you the things that are relevant to you as a venue. If you click here to bookings, I've just created 3 nights of gigs. Obviously, I understand many live music venues would be booked out, perhaps 2 months in advance. So you may have like a very big list, and we'll have a calendar view for that. But what you're looking at here is, so a gig on the 6th of August, Ali Osher is the headliner. These are the supports. 7th of August, this is the headliner. These are the supports. 8th of August, Slow Burner is the headliner, and these are the supports. Now, if we go into this booking, what you're seeing here is what we call the artist roster. So as you can see, you've got your 3 artists that are playing on this night, and you can see that we're tracking all of this information from those artists. So, for example, you can track certain things from some artists and not from the others. Like Slow Burner is a headliner, so I want to get their poster, but Talent Squad and Yacht Club DJs are supports, they won't be, creating a poster. So we just block that out for them so they don't get bothered about that. An artist can also tick that something isn't relevant to them. So that's what that cross means in there. Now you're looking here, obviously, at some technical stuff. So stage plot, input list, lighting. And you might be wondering, yeah, but what about all the other stuff that we need to know, such as, merchandise and, do they have a sound engineer? All that kind of information. I've actually created that into a simple form rather than having too many things all in this one page. And I'll show you what that form looks like in a second. I'll also run you through the COVID-19 form, which again is, something that obviously never existed 6 months ago, but now we feel that it might be a bit of a staple in terms of venue management. And what you can see here is the percentage bar complete. So what this is telling us is that Slow Burner has completed 86% of the things that we need from them before they arrive for their show. I'm going to go back and just show you a couple of the other bookings so you can see. So this is Flirt Alert's roster. And as you can see here, we're waiting on everything from Georgie. They haven't sent in anything. We're 43% on Georgie Savage. Flirt Alert's 57%. So you're waiting on a few things from different artists, which is very typical. And what we've developed is a really handy feature. So, normally right now what you'd have to do is you'd have to email or text every single one of those artists and say, hey, Flirt Alert, I'm missing lighting from you. Or, G Savage, can you send in these things? Georgie, can you send in these things? We've completely eliminated that headache for you and provided you with an automated email blast out. So if you go down to email reminders and reminder to complete, you can select the Slow Burner gig, for example, and there is an email here which you can tailor to however you like. But basically, we've got some tags here, which is count and doc list. And what this system does is it's going to pull all the information from that bookings page we just showed you, and it's going to tailor it into an email specific to each individual band. So if you go on preview email, now this is just an example of what the email could look like. It's going to say, hi, first name, whatever the band, the contact's first name is. Just a reminder, you have this many documents, and these are the documents we're needing from you. You can click send, and that can send to literally hundreds of people at the same time, and it will be completely tailored to every single one of them. So we really feel that this is something that's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of headaches, and it's just so that all of your comms can come from one place. So what I'll do now is I'll go up to some forms. Now you've got the performance info form. This is what I was talking about before. Our system allows you to create forms just exactly as Google Forms or Jot Form, if you've ever used that before, or SurveyMonkey. You can create a form exactly like that in here. This performance info form is a bit more of that kind of quick information that you need. So how many members are in your band? Are they all 18? Are you going to be selling merch? Are you bringing your own sound engineer? Do you have a door person? You can put absolutely anything you want in here. And you can make this a compulsory form for them to fill out before they arrive. Now, this COVID-19 form, I don't know what the stipulations are in the UK on people coming into your venue, but certainly in Australia, if anyone comes into a restaurant or a venue, they need to provide their name and their phone number at an absolute bare minimum. And then some venues are going so far as to ask health-related questions. Obviously, this is all for contact tracing, and we feel that this is going to be an ongoing thing and possibly the way of the future for a while until, this is all over. So you can build a form like that in here. And this is just a COVID-19 form we've created. You can ask, have you traveled overseas within the last 14 days? You want to obviously get their contact information. Are you experiencing any of these symptoms? Yes or no, that kind of thing. And you can create this in an external link so that you make it compulsory for every one of the band members to fill that out on the day that they're arriving for the show. And you can track that information as well to make sure you've got it all before they arrive. Okay, so when you receive responses from the form, they're just going to live in here, and you can download all of that information to a CSV file. Moving on, so Charlie's Bar content. This is what you guys would usually call your worksheet, if that's the same word you guys use over there. This is where you're going to have all your basic information about your venue that you would send out to every band anyway before they arrive. You can make this page as comprehensive as you want. You can obviously add in pictures, you can add in links. So this is going to be the artist's one-stop shop, and they'll be able to find this information here when they log in. If you click on Slow Burner here, this page is only going to be able to be seen by the bands playing on the Slow Burner night. So this is where you give them their set times, door info, payment, and anything else that you want them to see only and no one else to see. I'll just jump back here, sorry. I also forgot production-related content. So if your production or tech manager has PA specs or anything like that, perhaps stage specs, loading area, you can provide all of that here as well. And we've got a couple of other sections, guest tickets. So, normally at the moment, you're providing guest tickets to the band so they can put their friends and family on the door. However you normally track that can all be tracked through here, and you can put in kind of stoppers. So you can sort of tailor it that, Slow Burner is allowed 6 guest tickets, but maybe Flirt Alert is only allowed 4 guest tickets, and you can put stoppers on so they can't request too many. You can set reminders so that they make sure that they send in that information for you on time. And you can download all of this information as well into a CSV spreadsheet as well. There's a couple more things. Charlie's Bar messaging. So again, this is a blast out messaging system, and this can be for anything you want. So let's say Slow Burner here, urgent information, maybe set times are changed or something like that. You would just go set times changed, type in your email, send the email, and that's going to send to all those artists for that gig. So we're just trying to find really quick ways for you to communicate with your artists. And lastly, I'll just do one more, Charlie's Bar user management. So again, this is the same as the other page. You can have as many of your bar colleagues managing this site for you, and there is no limit to how many people you can have, and you would just invite them there yourself. So I'll stop sharing now, and I will just go back to pricing, because I'm sure you're all probably wondering that. Okay. Oop. Now, basically, our trial period would normally be 30 days. What we've done is we've extended this to all the venues signed up to Independent Venue Week UK 2021, whether you're a venue or a promoter, just the promoters and venues associated with the festival will have an extended free trial period of 6 months. Now, the reason why we've done that is because we obviously know that it's going to take a while for bands to actually be playing again. We just didn't want you to run out of your free trial period before you even have time to kind of trial it with actual artists. And we also just totally understand that, the live music industry in the entire world has received a big blow. And any way we can kind of ease the burden and help the industry get back on its feet, if that's providing you with free software that will make your life easier for 6 months, then, we are totally happy to do that and provide that to you guys. Once the 6-month period is over, it's then just £10 a month. There is no plan or no contract. You can opt out at any time. And I do just want to make it really clear as well, because, I've covered a fair bit just now in a short period of time. Your registration as a venue for Independent Venue Week is 100% free. So there is no trial period or anything like that with that. That's just your login. But if you did want to trial loadin.com as a venue, this is the pricing plan that we've got for you guys. So I'll just stop my screen. I've probably blasted through that. Sometimes I do kind of rush, so I'm sorry about that. Do we have any questions at all? I should be able to see them in the comments. Is that right? I'll just see if anyone's got any questions. I don't know if I'm looking in the right place for them. Okay, no questions. That's good. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Look, I know that we covered a lot in that, and this is being recorded. So, if I zoomed through anything way too fast, you can always look back on the recording, which is going to be saved on the website and on the YouTube link, I believe. But yeah, we're definitely available for any one-on-one Zooms as well. So if you guys need any further support, I can always jump on a Zoom with you and show you through anything. If you would like a one-on-one demo of the platform that I just demonstrated for venues, we can hook that up, and we can jump on a one-on-one Zoom, and you can ask some more in-depth information about what I just went through. So I guess I'm finishing a little early, unless anyone has anything they want to ask. Okay, well, thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoyed the demonstrations that we did and the information that we've got, and I really hope you enjoy using loadin.com for Independent Venue Week. I think you will find it a really useful tool. Hopefully it's going to save Sybil, Charlie, Chloe and Oscar a lot of time, and yeah, hopefully we cross paths again. Thanks very much.